Hello and howdy ho everyone, Foxy Games here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV full story playthrough. Well, when we last left off, unfortunately, we lost Conrad. The Empire fired upon its own installation, and, well, you see the results for yourself. Losses on both sides. Minago can't accept the loss. Lise has to step up as leader of the resistance. And Alphino, he's not happy. And neither are we. Forgive me, now is not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we are in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Aligiri. We will meet you in Aligiri. I pray you find my sister and leave at once. Poor Nago. Oh. It's gonna be okay, Nago. We'll look after him. You should go. Yes, I should. There's no sense in me staying here. Alice, on the other hand, will be feeling much better knowing that Alphino's okay. There, that should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alphino. Tell me he's alright. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I would have done. Though, saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here, not now. We should return to Aligiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help on the way. Well, this was an unmitigated disaster. It was going so well. But how many times are we going to say that in this playthrough? Oh. What should we do? We got plenty of our own wounded to deal with. Say the word and I'll finish them quick. Oh boy. It wasn't long ago I was trying to kill you and yours. I half expected you were about to slit my throat. To hell's with this. I should be back home in Ilzabad instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Put me in a jail or wherever. I'm through with it. Do you hear me? I surrender. Good man. I'm sure it'll only be a short trial before they realize that you're just a conscript. And you'll probably serve a short sentence in jail, and then you'll probably be released. Anybody to talk to here? Doesn't look like it. Still a lot of wounded. Probably more dead. Thanks, friend. Bloody tourniquet came loose and I was having trouble getting it back on. I should be fine the rest of the way. I can manage on my own. Reckon you got more important things to do than watch over a poor sod like me. We don't leave people behind. Fuck you, bird. Bug. Thing. Oh, are we really gonna have to fight this damn thing? Well, kill it quick. Oh, bless you, kind... Wait, is that you, Foxy? I didn't recognize you at first. I'm feeling a bit dizzy. Must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. Go on without me, Foxy. I'll not be long. If you insist. It's up to all of us to carry on in his stead. It's up to me. I did what I could for those I found along the way, but some were beyond help. Yeah. I knew we'd lose people during this, but him? I wasn't sure the old bear would outlast. I was sure the old bear would outlast us all. Foxy, we have given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when, rites must be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. I agree. It wouldn't do anybody any favors to lose it now. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. It is time we spoke with General Aldin. Well, Imperatoris is now no longer an obstacle. And that cannon is out of commission, though we don't know that in character yet. Grim though it is, the Conjurers have had no choice but to impose a rigid triage system when treating the wounded. Under the circumstances, we have to be realistic. It's true. We lost a lot of men inside the tower. Casualties are still mounting among those who survived. Mark my words, when this is over, I will take the heads of every officer in Castrum Abania. I'll swing the bloody axe myself if I have to. His deaths weigh heavy on my soul, Commander Kemp's most of all. He was a wise leader, he was a patriot, but above all else he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. We have suffered a grievous defeat, but we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy. It will carry us far, General, of that I have no doubt. Ere we take another step towards Alamigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castrum Abania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought for their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. A frontal assault is out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even reach the walls. Would we? Recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? You suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction. Or one of their officers found his conscience after the first barrage, or a heretofore unknown resistance faction chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continue. Then I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago, I do, but I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papalimo and I arrived at Relga's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance, and then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions. But even then, I know deep down it was just an excuse. And I was still afraid of following my heart because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Ida. But then I met someone, on the other side of this world, who had struggled with the same worries. And as we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. Lord Hien. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's not a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got, and I'm the best qualified. It's as simple as that. But don't worry, Nago, I'll come back. I promise. While I acknowledge Commander Hecht's rights to carry out this mission, I see no reason why she should do so alone. Lieutenant, would you go with her? I would have gone even if you hadn't asked, sir. Then it is settled. We await your return. Conrad confided in me that he was considering naming her as his successor, so it didn't come as a complete shock. I mean, I was still surprised, but I've never once doubted his judgment. None of us have. If he thought Lise was the best choice, then she is. Nope, saying the same thing. One can but wonder how the rank and file of the 12th Legion will view their leadership upon hearing about the fate of Specula Imperatoris. More than a keeper, she needs a friend now. Stay close to her. I will. I understand Monago's concern. If they were to lose another leader so soon after losing Conrad, the Resistance might never recover. When did Lise become leader of the Resistance? That is... I suppose we have Hien to thank for this, too. Yes, we do. He kinda lit a fire in her. Sorry to drag you into this, Foxy. It may not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad. I never will be. I don't know what kind of leader he was hoping for, but right now, all I can do is be myself. That's all you need. It's all you need. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around and have people try to talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the castrum. God, that name. Unkrep's Hope. The ship's stranded on the rocks to the east of here. It shouldn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. I mean, we can deal with some golems. Lise, Commander, I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. I'll get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright? The ship dates back to the days of the Great Flood. The legend goes that it was teleported onto the rocks by magic. No idea if it's true, but I'll be damned if I know how else it could have gotten up there. Maybe it floated during the Flood. The Flood which we learned about a little bit in Shadow of Mach. And all the other stuff talking about ancient Mach and... oh, what was the other one? Oh god, what was the other one? Fuck. I can't remember. Belladia, that was the other one. Oh boy. We got friends. Why do you have so much HP? Not so tough now, you big heckin' turtle thing. Sorry to keep you waiting. I see you've met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then, time to climb. It sure looks like monkey sorcery at work. Phew, that took a bit more out of me than I expected. And here she is, Unkrep's Hope, the ark that one man made to save countless others from the flood during the Six Umbral era. It's comforting to think that there have always been people who cared this much about their fellow man, who accomplished such great feats that people couldn't help thinking they must be made up. But the proof's right here, isn't it? I don't just mean the ship, you know. I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you a hero, you were there for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to, sometimes even when they didn't want you to. It can't have been easy, staying true to yourself, but we're all better for it, me included. I'll never be a leader like Conrad, or Hian, or my father. But I can be a friend to you all, and I can fight by your side. I can be me, and that'll just have to be enough, eh? More than enough. Strange to think back on it. If we'd been standing in different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently, it would have been me instead of Conrad, or maybe both of us. What kind of monster murders their own? Is that smoke from Castrum Abania? Wait, it's coming from the cannon! I can't tell what's happened from here, but I can tell that it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Foxy, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Castrum Abania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. It won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's chomping at the bit to strike back. With the right plan, I'm sure we can do it. We have to tell the others. Come on! Easier down than up, eh? Though not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. There's no time to lose, Foxy. General Aldin needs to know what we saw. And Estinian's not gonna just pop up and say, yeah, I did that. You're welcome. Oh, look at those adorable chocobos. They're so tired. Oh, they're so cute. Anyway. You look like you've got something important to say. Well, did you learn anything of value? I'm relieved the two of you made it back in one piece. I mean, I always am, but it's a little different now, isn't it? I guess it is. So long as the Imperials hold Castrum Abania, we will not be able to march on Alamigo. You are returned. I only hope you bring good news. We scaled the cliffs at Youngkrep's Hope and spied smoke rising from Castrum Abania's main cannon. I think Marshal Terrapin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. Then we must attack Castrum Abania at once. It could still be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, General, if it is a trick, it's an utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they could have simply kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I say we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the castrum and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we may be able to take them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target, and we will at least know the cannon is operational. Either way, it seems well worth the risk. But how are we to infiltrate the castrum? And in anticipation of a day... Shut up, phone. In anticipation of a day such as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Kiribania, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions at Castramabania and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies there, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. You may have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy working along with fellow Alamegans. And at the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. I should be glad to accompany her, General, as Alice and Foxy, I'm sure. Well then, if you are all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We will make ready to march on Castramabania. Go, and may Ralgar watch over and keep you. Alright. We've lost so many men already. If we suffer another defeat like that, this campaign is over. We will have our retribution. It is but a matter of time. Had Alphino not volunteered you, I would have asked. If anyone can see this mission through, it's you. Perhaps you recall the night when we first met outside the Sildian ruins, under such unfortunate circumstances. I had just returned from a meeting with my Alamegan agents. As I said before, we have been preparing for this day. Indeed. I knew the Alliance had spies in Girabania, but in Radiata? Impressive. Thanks for standing by me, Foxy. Together we'll make Conrad proud. I suspect a hand-picked contingent of the Alamegan Brigade's finest would have been equally, if not more qualified, but what do I know? My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lys, nor less Alamigo. Castramabania is the largest Imperial facility in the Peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Kryl is being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course, but if there is even a chance that Kryl might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. I agree, we have to get our girl back. A new longsword. What's it look like? It looks alright. We'll take it for glamour. So to review, we have to travel to Radiata, where we will meet with a contact recruited by the Marshal Terrapin's agents. I took the liberty of reviewing intelligence reports while Foxy and Lys were away, so the settlement is not wholly unfamiliar to me. As the Vice Marshal indicated, the vast majority of the population is employed as menial labor in either Specula Imperatoris or Castramabania. Perhaps as a result of this, the Resistance has long struggled to make inroads there. Aye, you have the right of it. They got a better deal than most Alamegans, feeding off what scraps the Imperials gave them. Damned if I know how Marshal Terrapin's agents got one of them to turn his coat. I understand your disdain, I do, but I also understand the desire to look after their families by any means necessary. Our contact is a Rogadan woman. She will ask us a question. After we answer with courage, she will know us as friends. Courage, right. Put together a squadron, Nago. We'll need them soon. With me, my friends, and be ready for anything. On the road again, as it were. Ah, but we have a quest here. Hey, you're that adventure everyone's been talking about, aren't you? Just the woman I wanted to see. You've got a bit of time to spare, I hope? Not really, but sure. It seemed a bloody miracle we managed to take Alighieri without spilling a drop of blood. It was all thanks to one man, a man the Alliance would very much like to speak with. Getting him to come in for questioning, however, has proven more trouble than we thought. It's not my place to be dealing with this, to be honest with you, but I think it'd be best to resolve the matter quickly if possible. Things could get messy around here if the Alliance or the Resistance starts kicking up a fuss. I'd like to draw attention if I leave my post, but you adventurers are free to move about as you please, so what do you say? Can you give me a hand? You adventurers are good folk. Now I really shouldn't say much more out here in the open. You best go and speak with him yourself. Bot's his name. He can tell you the rest. An agent in the Empire, maybe? This whole thing seems rather shady. The adventurer who slew Lord Van Baelsar. So they sent you to claim my head, then? Not quite. Brazen Brook sent you to help? Oh, thank heavens. You see, I'm actually a centurion of the Garlean forces, and before you do anything rash, let me explain. When I heard of the Allied forces' approach, I knew we had no way of repelling them, so I ordered all of my men to retreat from Alighieri. I then planned to turn myself in, but I ran into certain complications. I can see you're unconvinced. Tell you what, why not ask the villagers about me? When you hear what they have to say, I think you'll come to understand why I couldn't turn myself in. Oh boy. I doubt anything else I say will convince you, so go ahead, see what they have to say. I get the feeling they don't like you very much. Look at this name, Gideolani. But the place wouldn't be the same without him, and we certainly have no intentions of sending him off to be butchered by the Alliance. Oh, it's the opposite. They really don't want him to go. Where'd you hear that name? I won't have anyone speaking ill of him. Unless you're looking to pick a fight, you'll keep your mouth shut. Dude, I kill literal gods. Look at this fucker's name, Frank. It's not Frank, he's Frank. What do you want with Bot? He's not in trouble, is he? We already told the Alliance scum they can't have him. Jeez. Well, I can see why you wouldn't want to turn yourself in. There you are. Now do you see the cause for my hesitation? In light of their reaction to my being arrested, the Alliance has allowed me to remain here for the time being, but for all intents and purposes, I am a war prisoner. The villagers initially meant to keep me hidden, but harboring one's enemy is a serious crime no matter whose side you're on. And I've heard what the Alliance says to those who help the Garleans. The stuff of nightmares, I tell you. My execution is assured the moment they take me into custody, but if the villagers should take arms in protest, they don't deserve such a bloody fate. Man, this guy must have done some shit if he's gonna be executed. Brazen Brook has made a valiant effort to assuage the people's anger, but there's only so much a man in his position can do. I know how strange this may seem, but I want you to convince the people of Alighieri to allow for my surrender. Man. You know, this is a real honorable guy. I mean, they might execute him. And he's still... Wow. I almost want to help him too. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do this quest. We'll do this quest line. So you'll help then? Good, good. For a start, it'd be nice to know why they're so insistent on protecting me in the first place. Though I'd love to spare my blushes and leave this all to you, we need to hear from as many people as we can. How about we both make a sweep of the village and meet back here? Sounds good to me. I gotta admit, I don't usually do side quests, but this one has me curious. If Bot hadn't stopped his men, I wouldn't be standing here before you. He was hard, but fair, and now these resistance fighters have taken over the place. Sure, they seem friendly now, but just you wait. Better than the or worse than the Garleans? I don't know about that. I never did anything wrong, but the Garleans would always hit me. Mr. Bot was different, though. He was always there to cheer me up, and he'd play with me sometimes. Do you think these new people will play with me too? I think they'll be nicer to you than the Garleans. This guy seems to be an exception. Huh. I think it's fair to say we all owe Bot a great debt. I'd tell you more, but as you can see, I'm a little busy. Why not talk to Jadilani? Well, considering I ran all the way up here, but sure. Ah, the adventurer from before. Foxy, was it? You wish to know more about Bot? I'd love to tell you all about him, but first I must ask a favor. The village has been plagued by spitting spinners as of late. I took a look around and discovered they built a nest close by. I considered petitioning the soldiers for aid, but you seem more than capable of the job. Help me get rid of the nest, and I'll tell you everything you want to know. Agreed? Sure, I guess. Excellent. Let's get going. I'll lead the way. Oh, this is not what this is not what I think it is. Or rather, it's exactly what I think it is. It's not what she's telling me it is. We're gonna go out here and she's gonna try and ambush me or something, or she just brought me out here so that nobody would hear her talking, or something along those lines. There you are. The nest is just ahead. Oh. Oh, it's actually real, isn't it? Alright, so maybe I misjudged her. Another one. Thank you ever so much. I can't tell you how many we've nearly lost trying to do away with these terrible things. Sadly, this isn't the first time they've caused us trouble. When the Garleans first took over Alighieri, these lands were rife with spinners for a time. Though we begged for help, our pleas fell on deaf ears. Our village is meant to be a trading hub, so you'd think they would protect such a place, but no. They would only come to get deep in their cups or take out their frustrations on whoever happened to be present at the time. If we weren't suffering at the hands of drunken soldiers, we were fending for our lives against all manner of beasts with whatever makeshift weapons we could find. There was nothing we could do but endure their mocking laughter as we struggled to survive. But changed all that. After he came and assumed command, he immediately put an end to our misery. The difference in our treatment was like night and day. He gave us our lives back, which is more than I could say for what the Allied forces are like to do for us. Bot is a good man, and I hope in time you'll come to see him as we do. I mean, I don't think the Allied forces are going to do anything bad. Literally, they're here to save you. I mean, it's nice that he led his forces out without a fight, but, you know, if they're gonna execute him, he must have done something really bad. Because normally they just take prisoners. And everybody in the Eorzean Alliance is aware that the Garleans just conscript people from the places they take over. Most of these people are not soldiers by choice. No matter who I talked to, there was too much beating around the bush to get any clear answers. Did they tell you anything useful? They said all that. Well, I'm no saint. I was just tired of seeing my men beat them bloody all the time. I'd seen enough of it before coming here. It's amazing how treatment of the Empire's subjects can vary from place to place. There are territories where life is unchanged by the Garleans' presence, Yet there are others whose denizens would welcome death with open arms. The only escape from either is to join their armies. If you manage to survive 20 years of service, you and your family can earn citizenship, a chance to have a good life. Needless to say, I jumped at the opportunity. I fought and I fought until before I knew it, I was an Imperial centurion. But it was too late. Shortly after my promotion, I received word of my family's death, snatched away by some widespread illness. The suffering of these people only served to remind me of my loss, so I put an end to it. Simple as that. Yet still they thank me, after I've killed so many. I'll never understand such nonsense. At least now we know for certain the reason for their adoration. Now we just have to convince them I'm not worth protecting. That's gonna be hard. Everybody's done something wrong. Maybe not joined the army willingly and killed for the Empire, but... we'll need a good lie if we're going to change their opinions of me. I've got it. A holy man here in Aligiri was slain shortly after my arrival, just before I took command. It was the former Imperial commander who killed him, but you can tell people it was me. Take my ring as proof. Say it was a keepsake of his, and that I pried it from his cold, dead hands. He'll be so blinded with hate, execution will seem too good a punishment for me. Then again, if people see through the lie, it wouldn't do well for your reputation to be speaking so poorly of me. Maybe we should just start with one person and gauge their reaction before we set the rumor mill to spinning. Try speaking with Jediolani and see if this gets her blood boiling. Bro. Just... I don't know. I see why he's doing it. He doesn't want these people to rise up and get hurt. What's this about Bot? A keepsake from Bot's family that he may remember what he's fighting for. Oh boy. How awful! The people of Aligiri will be furious to hear of this. Why, they might even consider handing him over to the Allied forces, which is exactly what he wants, isn't it? I haven't known you long, but I know an honorable woman when I see one. I refuse to believe you'd try to smear his reputation and turn us against him. I can imagine why he might try, though. When you return to Bot, you can tell him what I've told him countless times before. No matter what horrible deeds he may have done in the past, no one is beyond forgiveness. Travelers come and go from Aligiri quite often, but should they wish to stay, who they were before coming here doesn't matter. We have no interest in the man Bot used to be, only the man he is now. Even if he was a murderer in the past, he's been nothing but kind to us since arriving here. The man we know is a gentle soul, and that is why we protect him. I can see both sides of it, honestly. He has to answer for his crimes. He can't just live here in peace. Though, really, just listen to the way he's talking. Is he really at peace? How did she take the news? She was absolutely livid, wasn't she? Tell me everything. Well, she was livid, just not for the reason you think. They only care about the man I am now, and what sort of man am I supposed to be, My family is dead, I can't return to the Garleans. But that's not your concern. It seems it'll take more than a nasty rumor to sway their opinions of me. I'll have to think of something soon, though. It's only a matter of time before the Alliance decides it's done waiting. Could you try speaking with Jediolani once more? Not to spread more falsehoods, but about persuading the townsfolk to let me turn myself in peacefully. Hopefully, inspiration will strike by the time you return. Ugh, it's a lot of back and forth, but this is interesting. I really like it when they show more of the human side of the Empire. You don't see it too often. Let me guess. Bot sent you again, didn't he? He can conjure up whatever lies he likes, but he cannot change our minds. I suppose I can understand his worry. I'm loath to admit it, but entreating the Alliance could resolve all this. It could also make things much worse. If only there was someone around them who knew what a kind and caring man Bot is. Perhaps then we could convince them to show him mercy. You're looking at her. Bot has been speaking with Brazen Brook in private about his surrender. Does this mean the Allied forces will soon come for him? Let's go and speak with him while there's still time. Ah, so that's why. That's why he came to me, because he doesn't want to see the guy suffer either. Ah, you brought company. What can I do for the two of you? An appeal on Bot's behalf? I'm not sure I follow. Please, Brazenbrook, is there nothing you can do to have him pardoned, or better yet, take me in his stead? Say that I'm his accomplice, and I will tell your superiors anything they wish to hear. Whoa, calm down, miss. No one wants to help him more than I do. That said, he's still a soldier of the Garlean Empire. An Imperial Centurion at that. As a member of the Resistance, I have a duty to take him into custody. You can't! The people of Aligiri will not stand for his execution. What? Who said anything about an execution? But the Garleans told us you kill all the soldiers you capture. For goodness sake, we're not savages. We're in the middle of assessing the documents and supplies they left behind, and his testimony as to what we've found is sorely needed. Everyone's made it quite clear how his presence has improved living conditions here, so I suspect my superiors will be fairly lenient. That's not to say he won't face punishment, mind you, but he's gotta come in for questioning. I see. After so many years under their rule, the Garleans had convinced us you were no better, if not worse than they were. On behalf of all the people of Aligiri, I offer you our sincerest apologies. Thank you for clearing up this terrible misunderstanding, but will no doubt be relieved to hear of this. Let's go and share the good news. Really? You believe the Empire? Stockholm Syndrome much? Jesus. I mean, that kind of kills the whole intrigue of it, doesn't it? That it was just a misunderstanding, but I don't know. I guess these quests can't get too smart. Uh-oh. It seems Bot has left us a note. Dear Foxy, the time has come to bid you my final farewell. Try as I might to focus on the present, the past still haunts me. My family calls. If you can find it within you to grant me one last favor, I bid you deliver my head to the Allied forces. I have enclosed instructions to this end. Oh no. No, he can't! Foxy, we have to stop him. Is he off to commit suicide? That's really dark. We do definitely need to stop him. We can't let him go through with this, Foxy. It looks like he's heading northwest through the fringes. I pray we're not too late. Dude, you can build a new life. You do anything but off yourself. Oh boy. Don't worry about me, save Bot. Uh-oh. Oh god. Hey, it's not his time yet, buddy. Piece of shit. I suppose this is where I'm supposed to thank you for saving my life. But, Foxy, thank good you're both unharmed. Why in the hell did you bring her here? Cowards, a lot of them. They would waste the chance to make an example of me. This is all our fault. If we hadn't shown such aggression to the Allied forces, they would have likely made their intentions clear ages ago. You needn't apologize. If I had known they wouldn't kill me, I would have merely sought another way to death's door. But why? You have so much to live for. I have nothing. What is a man without his family? A soldier without his men? I stained my hands with the blood of so many innocents, and for what? You still have Alighieri. It would have been all too easy to stand by and watch as the soldiers taunted and tormented us, yet you chose to show us mercy. Well, that was... After all the good you've done here, are we not worth living for? Am I not worth living for? I know I can never replace your family. I would never try. But I'd like to try and make you happy, if you'll let me. Aw. What? Has this obsession with loss truly made you so blind? The people of Alighieri care about you, none more so than me. You brought light and hope back into our lives, and I'd return that kindness 100-fold if I can. Oh, hey, a shooting star. Did you guys see it? Over here. That was cool. Yes, by all means. Let's get married, settle down here in the village, and fill our cottage with the pitter-patter of little feet. Marriage? I didn't mean to... That's not to say I'm opposed to... Oh dear, this is all so sudden. Before you let your imagination run wild, there's still the matter of my surrender to the Allied forces. I'm going to need your help in assuring the others that I won't be put to death. Yes, of course. I suppose this is it. I know not what they have in store for me, but I will at last atone for my crimes. When they release me, well, it seems I have something worth waiting for. Thank you for everything. This quest was definitely worth doing. I guess we have to go back now. There she is, the hero of the hour. I don't know how you did it, but Jediolani returned just now with bot in tow. He says he's ready to turn himself in. What's more, public reaction to his surrender has been surprisingly calm. The last thing we need is to be fending off the people we came to save. If you hadn't shown up when you did, I'm sure they'd be chasing us out of here with pitchforks and torches by now. To make sure they don't, I'll be taking a leaf out of Bot's book and building better relations with the townsfolk. It'll take some work, to be sure, but we'll get this place back to the way it used to be. Hey, that's great. That was a good quest. I enjoyed that. Alright. Well, now to continue on with the main story. Hey, everybody. Hope you didn't wait too long. I know you're out there. Keep an eye out, would you? Something doesn't feel right. Oh dear. If there were Magitech armor nearby, surely would have heard them by now. Until, you know, they develop stealth engines. See? What did I tell you? Let us continue on to Specula Imperatoris. So far, so good. Oh, good. Why is my chocobo not here? Dead. Oh, a griffin. Interesting. Heh, nothing to it. Phew, that could have been an unceremonious ending to our tale. Nah, just a couple of soldiers. Nah. Of course, there were still soldiers lurking about. Fortunately, they were no match for the lease. Come, Radiata is not much farther. Of course, in light of our recent encounter, it would be prudent to proceed with caution and remain vigilant for Imperial forces. Oh look, more. It's a big one. And it's a pile of junk now. Goddamn griffins. Leave me alone. Oh, I leveled up through exploring. I thought they said this was a village. It looks more like a work camp. Damn it, I meant to speak to Alphino. Oh well. Looks like it's safe to enter. I don't see any Imperials. I don't see smoke above Kashima Banya anymore. Do you think they fixed the cannon already? Probably not. They probably just put out the fire. Now we have a soldier in sight. We were recalled to Kashima Banya. Alphino said we were looking for a Roganin woman, right? And that we should answer her question with courage? I suppose we'll just have to strike up a conversation with every one of them until we find our contact. Let me know if you find her, and I'll do the same. Well, straightforward. And risky. Alright. Here's someone. Ain't seen you around before. Takes a certain kind of woman to walk into a place like this uninvited. Let's see. Well, we could completely fuck it up, but we're not going to. One with courage, I suppose. Courage, you say? Well, it's in short supply these days. Better to keep your head down and go along to survive. Call me a coward too if you like, because I'll not speak on it more. At least not here. Outside Radiata, behind those barricades over yonder, on the other hand. Real subtle. Hey, was that who I think it was? Well, that's a relief, or a trap. Either way, I'll find Alphino and Alice. We'll meet you there. Well, let's go meet our courageous new friend. Not followed, were you? Good. That all of you, is it? Let's get on to it then. Name yourselves. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, friends of Marshal Terrapin. Name's Stark. Stark Woad. The rest you know, or we wouldn't be here. This is about Specula Imperatoris and the cannon, isn't it? Just so. Can you tell us what happened? Aye, I overheard soldiers talking while working on the mess. The cerulean pipeline fueling the cannon was destroyed by an unidentified male insurgent, they said. One man single-handedly disabled the cannon? That beggars belief. Nevertheless, that's what they said. It took a while, but they finally put the fires out, and the engineers have been working day and night to repair it. Wish I could tell you more, but the incident had anyone jumping at shadows and afraid to say much more. To make matters worse, the Alamegan help have been sent home indefinitely. So the cannon could already be fully operational. We need to sneak inside Kashamabanya to ensure the cannon is no longer a threat to our troops. Can you help us? Aye, that much I can do. I pieced together a map of the interior over the years, and I know for a fact that there are multiple points of entry. Impressive. If we split into several groups, that may improve our odds of reaching the fire control center. We may be few in number, but I have faith that we can see this through. Alright. And why not? We'll take a look at this shield as well. Hey, that's a kind of a cool seal. I'm not really into griffins, but it still looks cool. I tell you, some of these resistance folk can't see the forest for the trees. Ambushing the occasional Imperial patrol won't change a damn thing. Infiltrating their castrums and learning their secrets, on the other hand. Ah, the sun's rising. It's thanks to brave men and women like her that we still have a chance to win this war. It's good to see that even this deep within occupied territory, there are still those who would defy their oppressors. We have that for which we came. All that remains is to make our preparations. Foxy, you and your ever-dependable allies will enter the castrum with my sister and I by the way of ventilation ducts leading to the hangars. From there, you will proceed into weapons research and unleash bloody mayhem. At the same time, Alice and I will create a diversion elsewhere, and in the ensuing confusion, Lisa and her unit will attempt to reach the fire control center undetected. If all goes to plan, our three parties will subsequently converge on this location, and together we will secure the cannon before finally notifying the Alliance that they are clear to attack. Sounds simple enough. I'll go in brief and I'll go on the details. The rest of you come with me. We'll need to deal with the Magitech patrols before you can infiltrate the castrum. Alright. A plan comes together. But first... looks like we have... an Aether Current Crest. Yeah, another one. You're not from around here, are you? You'd never seen Alamegan strike up a conversation with a Radiata resident. But seeing as we're already talking, I have a job that's just right for an outsider like you. Talk with the girl behind that building over there, and she'll give you all the details. She's a bit testy, mind you. Well, I've met plenty of testy people. About bloody time. Here, take the supply crate and trade it with the merchant in Aligiri for food. He's usually lurking in an alley somewhere. Shifty bastard, he'll know him when you see him. Huh. Do not tell him a Radiata native sent you. There'll be no grub for us if you do. Huh, I guess they refuse to trade with these people. There's a lot of spite, I see. Oh god, I have to go all the way back there. And then come all the way back here. Ah, balls. Where is this shady guy? Back here? Ah. You want to trade? You'll show me the goods first. Then maybe we'll deal. A supply crate marked with Imperial insignias. Its contents are a mystery. Gods, these are military issue mark... God. What's L in Roman numbers? I don't know. Whatever. Sedatives. High quality stuff. Someone snatched a batch a while ago, but you wouldn't believe how quickly Imperial medicines sell. Folk are always on edge around here, you see, never knowing when the Empire might decide to launch an assault. Some get so worked up that they can scarcely sleep without a little alchemical encouragement. How much do you want for them? I'm a bit curious how you came by this stash, but I'll take it off your hands all the same. Food? That's it? Just food? Alright, well here's a sack full of assorted edibles. Nice doing business with you. Man, this guy just made a killing off of this trade. But I guess they do what they can over there. Alright, we made that incredibly long run. You better be happy with the result. Did you get the food? Tell me you got the food. A sack filled with a variety of wrapped meats and vegetables. Oh, praise the heavens, and praise you too, stranger. This will be the first proper meal we've had in days. Go back and speak with my large friend if you would, and wager he'd like to show his thanks as well. As long as I get that ether current, we're square. Surprised to see us trading in Imperial supplies? My quick-fingered friend once worked in a storeroom in Castromabania and swiped those sedatives before she left. This settlement's full of those, is used to labor for the Imperial army. The folk in Aligiri may have traded with the Empire, but even they spit on radiatans. The army's whipped curs, as they call us. That's why we needed you to make the deal. If one of us dared to set foot in that town, they'd chase us out with a hail of stones, or worse. But now they can eat now we can eat our fill, get our strength back, and try to move on. Kind-hearted heroes like you are a godsend. It's kind of fucked up that they treat them like that, considering they too were under the heel. Yeah, well, that's human nature, even in fantasy games. Oh look, we get to kill more things. Oh, lovely. Oh, look, more. Oh, hey, we've got a little potato helping us. That's lovely, isn't it? Oh, I'm pretty sure she's a gunbreaker. Thank you, friend. Wow, looks like they're probably doing the same quest. Quickly and quietly, so as not to raise the alarm. Here's hoping there aren't too many for us to handle. Almost there, friends. Your point of entry is just around the bend up ahead. The last patrol should be here any moment. Once you've dealt with them, we'll be clear to advance, assuming they keep to their usual schedule. Might be prudent to stand watch for a moment after, just in case. Well, let's do so. Alright, well, let's help the potato really quick. Since they were so kind as to help us. And they're helping again. What a kind potato they are. Awesome. By Rugger, I knew your lot were good, but I never expected you to defeat them so swiftly. Foxy is the finest warrior I know, and I should like to think we have learned something from our time in her company. Now, where is the entrance to the ducts? Right behind you. I've mapped the branches, so you should have no trouble reaching the hangars or any number of other places. Understood. Thank you again for your invaluable assistance. As discussed, Foxy, we shall divide into 2 groups and proceed via separate routes into the Castrum. Remember that our objective is to cause as much chaos as possible to draw the Imperials away from Lise and her men. If there's nothing else, I'll return to the Resistance forces and show them to their entrance. May Rhalgr guide you to victory. This is your last chance to make your preparations, Foxy. When you and yours are ready, we shall begin. Castrum Obania is now accessible. It won't be long before someone realizes their armor is missing. We have to hurry. The Alliance is counting on us to deal with that cannon. Failure is not an option. No, indeed. Well, in that case, I think we will wrap up this episode by doing Castrum Obania. So we're gonna head straight in. Welcome to Castrum Obania. Come on, friend. There we go. Alright. Let's put some Imperials to the sword. Hi. Damn. You guys hit hard. Also, the healer is really letting me go low. I have been watching some more videos on how to be a more effective tank. I'm slowly working on it. Hopefully I'll be decent by the time I hit level 80. We've got incoming. I'm sure we're going to have more coming. Keeping an eye out on that side of the room. Here they come. Fucking Harambe bots. Let's get a move on. I see Magitech bits. Come on then, you little shit. Hey! Who said you could go after the fucking mage? You little bastards. Come on. Oh, is this door not gonna open? Fuck. Fuck it. Might as well bring him over here with the caster. Where is the healer? Did he die? Oh shit. Okay, so he thought he would survive the AoE, apparently. Apparently he did not. Alright, here we go. Now this guy, he looks incredibly silly. But I assure you, he's actually quite powerful. Oh yeah, here comes some ads. We need to kill these ads as quickly as possible to gain control of these cannons so that we can tell the boss to stop it. To stop it now. Oh shit. Ow. Oh yeah, I guess I should probably use mitigations, huh? That would make me not terrible. Well, I don't know when that wheel attack is coming. It has no telegraph, so... I guess I'm just going to Sheltron whenever I feel like it's coming. Oh hey, like then. Oh hey, it's dead. Freakish piece of garbage. It's a ring. We'll need it. Why not? Oh yes. And hey, we can actually use it. More trash. Let's go over here. We need to kill this thing very quickly. The more of these things we kill, the fewer ads we'll have to deal with. We probably won't be able to get a second one, but we can try. Nope. Now, remember Grainwalt, whatever his name was, big dude who hated us? I mean, that really narrows down the list, right? But our lovely hammer-wielding foe from... well, actually, right before the beginning of this expansion. Remember, he was hyper-tuned. Well, it looks like the Garleans are experimenting on more people with it. Let's get in there. Come here, dogs. Oh dear God, healer, please. Oh, right. So yeah, there's more of these car person things. I don't know what else to call them. Look at them. They are car people. And once again, it looks like we'll only be able to get 2. I don't know if it's really possible to get more than 1. Oh look, we've got more rotors. We are going to hallowed ground to give the healer a nice little break. There we go. And second boss. This guy's got a bit of a different mechanic going on for him. Oh, somebody's lagging behind. Oh, he's explaining the mechanics for anybody who's not been here. Okay, meteors. All very standard. Okay, his cup runneth over with lightning and ice, so you have to stand in the fire. Nobody died. Good. Means they paid attention. Damn it, I shell-troned at the wrong time. Oh well. I'll live. My cup runneth over with ice and fire. That means we have to stand in lightning. How convenient. It stood... or it appeared, rather, right in below me. I can't fucking speak tonight, apparently. I'm not sure why. And he's dead. Bye. Let's see. A bracelet. We'll need that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong damn button, don't I? Yep. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna hallowed ground for this group. Alright, we're getting along to the end. But they're not gonna let us leave without a fight, oh no. Oh, that poor bit. Oh, never mind, it's got friends. Come in the middle, guys. And we get along now to what's probably the final trash. Come on. Do the thing. Sometimes I really do feel like I get terrible input lag. Oh god, I thought I ate that. And now, the final boss of this dungeon. Just very quick dungeon, actually. Maybe our group's just good. Yeah, we'll go with that. Oh yeah, it's this thing. Well, looks like he once was Garlean. He's got the third eye. Let's do it! Don't stand here, dude. Alright, now this attack that he's doing is going to get worse and worse as the battle goes on. Because, as you will soon see, the doctor is going to start giving him medicine. See, now it gives me a bleed. I really need heals. Please. Okay, I can stay here. Alright, there are going to be ads eventually that need to die quick. One in particular will need to die very quickly. Oh yes, kill these. He got me from all the way across the room, apparently. Oh, this thing needs to fucking die. It's gonna refill the medicine. Ow. Okay, hallowed ground. Never mind. I did it too slow. Unfortunately, this is what happens when the healer is DPSing over healing. I don't mind when my healer DPSs, I need them to heal. Get over here! Well, great. Well, this isn't good. I thought we were doing okay until, you know, that. And what's worse, it wasted my fucking hallowed ground. Dude, I need you to get this thing off of me. When is this stun going away? Oh my god. Oh my god. That could have been a fucking worse. That was an unmitigated disaster. Oh my god. Like I said, I don't mind when my healer DPSs, but don't DPS over healing. Jesus. I'm really reluctant to give it to you. But fuck it. Thanks for healing, I guess. Fuck it, I'm out. That was a disaster.
Are you all right?
Barely.
Ah, I think that answers my question. We've accomplished our objectives as well.
Lisa's unit should be advancing upon the fire control center in the command tower. Let us join them. Lise! Thank the 12 you're all right.
And you. There's the control center. Let's hit them hard and fast. Ready?
Oh, look who it is.
They're here!
It was you, wasn't it? Wasn't it?! I gave the order to fire. It was over! The Skulls had surrendered, no one else had to die, and you killed them! Your own people! Your own comrades!
You're right! I killed them. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn, all the rest. Trained and fought with every last one of them. Good soldiers to a man. I gave the order that led to their deaths. And I knew exactly what I was doing.
But why? Why would you do that?
They died so that all Alamegans could live free. That was all we ever wanted. We made a promise that we would do whatever it took, so that one day the Imperials would learn to accept us. But everything comes at a price. And if you haven't got the means to pay, then you pay with blood. Service guarantees citizenship, but citizenship guarantees naught. It's not enough to do your part, oh no. You have to run faster, fight harder, kill more and more and more, and only then will you be equal. That's just how it is out here in the provinces. You buy your freedom with blood. There is no other way.
Shut up! Shut your mouth! You don't get to talk about freedom! You killed your own! They trusted you, and you killed them! Murderer! Butcher! Traitor!
Lise!
Gotcha!
I know what you can do. I've already seen it.
Alize!
Even so, the odds are against me.
Coward! Get back here!
Hero! Lord Xenos invites you to join him for the royal hunt, to be hosted at the palace. You may bring your horde, if you like. All are welcome.
She'll be all right, but we'll need to carry her. Will you help me? Thank you. Lise, I leave matters here in your hands.
Right.
Ah, we've seen this before. The way she moves. To our enemies, it has to be how we move. Anticipating their every attack. Well done. That thrice-damned cannon won't be troubling us again. I am told one of your comrades was injured during the operation. If there is aught we can do to help, pray do not hesitate to ask. I think Alice is gonna be alright. Well, we did it. Castra Mabania belongs to us now. Nago and her people took Alice to Radiata to receive treatment. Alphino tells me she'll make a full recovery. I know I should be happy. We won him with minimal casualties, but somehow it feels empty. We should report to General Alden. Krau wasn't here, but who knows? Maybe one of Roban's men found something which could lead us to her. Can't hurt to ask anyway. Indeed. What do these look like? They look like pants. Bye, Ludos. Maybe we should speak with General Alden, just in case his men learned something about Kryl. Indeed. Lieutenant, Commander Hext, fine work you did today. After Specular Imperatoris, we needed a resounding victory like this. Thanks to you, Ralgo's star yet burns bright. I'm glad, I really am. But you should know that Alice was injured in the fighting. Regrettable, but I am pleased to hear that she will make a full recovery. Fordola's parting words, on the other hand, ring less favorably in my ears. But if Xenos wishes to invite us to his so-called royal hunt, then this bull would fain accept. What troubles you, Lise? Oh, it's nothing really, just that we're almost to the end, but we've still got to save Kryl and do so much more. We'll find her soon enough. Pippin has his best men scouring the Castrum's archives as we speak. Listen, Lise. It will take time for us to fully occupy the Castrum and prepare to advance into the locks. While we wait, there is something I would like to show you. Both of you. After all, this may be the last chance we have to catch our breath before the final push. I don't see why not. Then come with me to Radiata. From there, we'll need to follow another road south. Well, we took Castrum Abanya. Unfortunately, Fordola got away again. She seems to be real good at running. We'll get her eventually. And we are going to follow General Alden in the next episode. That dungeon was an unmitigated clusterfuck. I'm sure glad we got through it on one go, because wow. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, and I hope you take care of yourselves until the next episode. Until then, my name is Foxy Games, and I'll see you next time. Bye.